After rain, the volume of water in a tank increased by 24% to 2,200 litres. How much water was in the tank before it rained? Round to the nearest litre. Okay, let's understand this question. I'm going to ask it to you in a different way, then you can try and tell me what you think. Okay? Even though I won't be able to hear you. So, if we were to increase the volume of water in a tank by 24%, what would you do? If we look back 2 examples, we had an example where we were, actually no, 3 examples. We were increasing $70 by 15%. This is an example 9. And what did we do? We basically multiplied 70 by 1.15. So multiplied it by 100% and then another 15% on top of that. In this case, with the question I asked was, if we were to increase the volume in a water tank by 24%, what would you increase? How would you do that? Well, you would multiply it by 1.24, wouldn't you? But instead, in this question, we're given the amount after the increase. So we're actually trying to find the original volume. Okay, so I'm going to write down what we just did. So it was 100% and 24%, which is 124%, right? And this is 1.24. So we're going to use this amount here. Now, the original amount is what we're trying to find. So really, we're multiplying the original amount by 1.24, aren't we? Think about it. If you were to find out the volume of water in a tank, if it's increased by 1.24, it's that amount times 1.24. That will get you the new increased volume. And isn't the new increased volume what we have been given here? After rain, the volume of water in a tank increased by 24% and it's 2,200 litres. That is the increased amount. So, in other words, we are taking the original volume okay, and we are multiplying that original volume by 1.24, and this is going to equal 2,200 litres. Okay, well, this is just algebraic now, isn't it? What would you do if you have some unknown times an amount equaling another amount? Well, we're trying to remove everything so we can find the original volume. So, how do we get rid of timesing by 1.24? Well, what do you know? Yes, we divide by 1.24 because that's the opposite. We do that to both sides because there's an equals sign, and we have to do exactly the same thing to both sides to make the equals sign still apply. Here, these are going to cancel out, and the original volume now is going to be this amount here, 2200 divided by 1.24, and this is going to equal rounding as well to the nearest litre, 1,700, and let me just calculate the actual amount here so we can talk about the rounding too. So it's 2200 divided by 1.24. This gives us an amount of 1774.19. Okay, and this rounded to the nearest litre because the 1 that is after the decimal place rounds down, so this is 1774 litres. Okay, so let's just end off by saying the original volume is this amount here. Original volume is 1774 litres.